Hello, everyone. This is TTP Chats and aka Trust the Process, and I'm here today to talk to you about you must be serious about life in order to achieve success. And as a man, that is very, very crucial, right? Because in life, right, we are told that if we work hard, yes, we can achieve success. Now, that's only hard work is only one piece of the puzzle, right? It's mindset and it's planning, right? Plans can change sometimes here and there, and that's true, you know. But at the same time, though, if you are a serious man, as men, if you are serious about what you want to achieve, guess what? You will achieve it because you already put it in your mindset of, okay, if only in order for me to achieve this, and that, and the third, right? I got to be serious about it. I got to commit to it. I got to grind. I got to work hard. And I got to plan out my moves like a chess game, right? That's the mindset of the situation. Most guys who are not serious about the things that they want to achieve or about the success they want to achieve, they lackadaisical. They don't take it seriously. They're kind of, how you say, too clownish. If I were to say, they're too jokey about the situation, right? They come out and they'll say something about I want to achieve this and that, but they're not really putting in the work as what was it as the other guy is doing, right? And look, another video idea is going to be not to compare yourself to others, but at the same time, though, right? If you're over here saying let me give you an example. If you say you want to be a top level basketball player, right? And you want to make it to the league, you want to do all this and that, you want to be considered top tier when it comes to basketball. But instead, you haven't made the team. You say you practice with the practice squad, maybe here and there. You don't even talk to the coach. You don't even have a relationship with the coach, right? You ain't doing this and that. You're not really making moves to do what you say you are. And guess what? You're going to fall out of favor with, with your ambition, with your goal of being a pro basketball player. It's just going to fall to the wayside because you wasn't serious about it, right? You wasn't serious about achieving this success. You didn't make proper moves in order to do so, right? And then I know from personal experience because I was playing an instrument, right? And my brother said flat out, are you trying to be a top level musician or are you just doing this as a hobby, right? And usually when you do this, when you do certain things as a hobby, you're just not going to really put in that much effort and put in that much work for anything. Me, I'm kind of different because I'm serious about everything. I put in work, everything. I'll put in the extra work for everything that I do. But some stuff, I just lose interest in that to a degree and I just stop doing it, to a certain degree. But the overall point is, as men, if we want to achieve success, you got to be serious in life. And in the next comment I'm going to say is a little bit controversial, whoever listened to this, but at the end of the day it is what it is, bro. If you're a criminal, you was never serious about your life, bro. I can never understand how, if you're a person who's a thug, who's a criminal, who goes out here, rob and do all of this nonsense, right? How you serious about life, even though the end goal for you is to end up in a place full of dudes that's going to pound your bungus into oblivion, right? And then when you get out of that whole imprisonment, right? Now your life, people say your life is over. I mean, you can always make a comeback, but now you make it even harder for yourself to make a comeback because when you get out of that imprisonment, guess what happened? Virtually most of your rights is stripped away. You can't carry a gun. You can't travel outside of the country. You can't even travel to a different state without reporting your whereabouts, your location to another man, aka your parole officer. It's harder for you to get an actual job to accumulate some money. And on top of that, right? It's harder. You can't even apply for shelter, right? You can't apply for no loans. You can't apply for no loans for shelter for a house. You can't apply for no. You can't even apply for an apartment because criminals get denied. Criminals get their application denied almost 9 times out of 10 by the people who own said apartment complex. So criminals, thugs, they're not serious about life. And as a man, if you're a slacker, you're not serious about life neither. Because if you take the time to fill out an application and go to a job and tell them, hey, I want to work, blah, 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 and you barely do anything on that job, the boss got to yell at you to get you to do something. He have it in his mind of firing you, but it could be a multitude of things of why you're not fired yet. Basically, probably the one primary thing is they can't find anybody better to do it. So they're stuck with you, and then you have the audacity to ask for overtime after you have proven that you're not reliable and you're a slacker and you produce lackluster work. No, you're gonna get what you gotta. You're gonna get what you get. So the point is, right? All the men, right, that you see that achieve this monumental success, right? All the men that achieve the success that they want to achieve was serious about life. They worked hard. They planned it out. They took their hard work and they were smart about it, right? You got to be smart and hardworking. Hard work is just a tool, right? Because a lot of people work hard and they don't really achieve things they want to achieve because they lack the knowledge and they lack the roadmap, the guidance, whatever, in order to do so, right? You're supposed to work hard while also analyzing the different moves you can make in order to achieve the success that you want to achieve, right? Like, for example, I'll give you another example. Steve Jobs, the inventor of the Apple iPhone, basically. He was the CEO of Apple. This man was serious about life because he created a whole new innovation to where people are using to this day. iPhone, the Apple iPhone. At first it started off as an iPad, as an iPod. Then you got the iPad. Then you got the first iPhone. And now, look, he cultivated this worldwide global brand to where everybody using the iPhone. If you want to take it to sports, for the sports fans or whatever, right? Let's take it to the sports. Look at a great comparison is Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan, everybody knows the story. But the story was he got rejected by his high school basketball team. They didn't want him. And guess what happened? He took that rejection, and that's what another video I'm going to say, make taking rejection and turning it into success. He took that rejection. He worked his butt off, right, to make it to the league. And now, look at him. He'd go down as one of the greatest basketball players, if not the greatest basketball players of all time, because he was serious about being the number one player, right? As men, especially melanated men, in order to achieve the success that you have in your mind that you want to achieve, it's a mindset of being serious, it's hard work, and it's planning and mapping out the moves that you're going to make. If you're over here running around focusing on the wrong things like women, dating, hooking up, doing all this nonsense, doing all this BS, You're not serious about life because life goes by pretty quickly and it will pass you by, you know. And then next thing you know, you're over here finally planning out the whole thing. Now it's never too late to make a comeback, but don't you want to make it easy on yourself by being serious in your youth from the start, from the jump, and then later enjoying the fruits of your labor. Thank you.